It will often be useful to us to consider the difference between some proper fraction and 1. So for example, we may wish to subtract 1 minus 3/5. That is, I'm saying, if I have a whole thing and I cut it into 5 equal parts and take 3 of them, what's left over? Well, looking at this picture, we can easily see what's left over. We can see that 2/5 are left over. How could we compute this in a case where the picture is harder to draw? Well, speaking very generally, when we want to do arithmetic with a fraction and a whole number, we should think of the whole number as some number of wholes. That is, as a fraction with denominator 1. So in particular, 1 is 1 whole. But if we want to write this in such a way as to be able to subtract 1 minus 3/5, remember we're thinking of this as 1 whole minus 3/5. What's the least common multiple of 1 and 5? Well, of course it's going to be 5. So I'll want to think of this as 1 over 1, written as some number of fifths. What do I need to multiply 1 by in order to get 5? Of course I'll need to write it as 1 times 5. Here I'll see 1 times 5 as well. So this is just 5/5. This is always going to happen with 1, right? 1 will always be the fraction with the numerator and denominator the same. And the other way around, right? Any number over itself will always be 1. This idea is going to come in handy in several places, but right now it's going to come in handy in trying to subtract 1 minus 3/5, because we know that 1 is 5/5. And of course then that difference will be a number of fifths. How many? 5 minus 3 is 2, just as we saw from the picture. This will always work, as long as we're subtracting a proper fraction. Otherwise, our fraction is more than 1 and we can't proceed with the numbers we have so far. So I could take, for example, 1 minus 11/21. That would be 21/21 minus 11/21. And that will be 21 minus 11 is 10/21. I'm going to give you one of these to try now. Subtract 1 minus 8/13. Pause the video and try this now. All right. 1, of course, is 13/13. When I subtract 8/13, well, I'll get 13 minus 8 is 5/13.